Hi, welcome to Yoga Tech It. My name is Guy Powiecki, and I am showing you these tutorials in pranayama. And we are now going to look at a tutorial for an actual breath, an actual pranayama. We've been working with preparatory exercises, and now we're going to go into the pranayama proper. So it's maybe a breath or a technique that some of you are familiar with. In Sanskrit, it has two names. The first one is Analoma Viloma, and the second one is Nadi Shodana. Analoma Viloma means something a bit more esoteric. It's not very obvious, whereas Nadi Shodana means nerve cleansing. And in English, I guess we would describe this breath as alternate nostril breathing. So you're breathing in through the left, out through the right, in through the right, out through the left. And just to give you a bit of a background about this practice, from an energetic explanation, how they talk about this in the traditional texts, we have these nadis that run through our body, these energy channels. And there's three main nadis. One that is Sushumna, which runs through the center of the spine. And then two that run either side of it and crisscross over. And these are called Ida and Pingala. And they're both starting kind of in the root of the pelvic floor. And Ida ends in the left nostril, Pingala ends in the right nostril. Where each nadi crosses is the chakra points, these sites of energy potential. And what we're doing in Hatha Yoga is this attempt to awaken Kundalini, to awaken this dormant energy that then travels up through Sushumna and creates this expanding and flowering and deepening of consciousness. And as a prerequisite for the awakening of Kundalini, we have to bring Ida and Pingala, these two main nadis on either side, into balance. And through alternate nostril breathing, it's one of the ways that we do this. And looking at this from a more physiological perspective, the brain has two hemispheres. And what we're doing in one half of the body corresponds with one hemisphere of the body. It sort of changes over. So the left side of the body has an effect on the right hemisphere, left side of the right side of the body with the left hemisphere. And one hemisphere of the brain is more analytical, it's more logical, it's much more sort of thinking and precise. And the other hemisphere of the brain is more emotional, more creative, more sort of seeing the big picture. And people talk about being left-brained or right-brained. And so actually by changing our breath from one side to the other, we're stimulating one hemisphere of the brain and then the other hemisphere of the brain. So it's a very balancing effect on our consciousness. And this is often not very well known by a lot of people, but actually at any one time, one nostril would be dominant. We actually breathe from one nostril slightly more than the other one, and it lasts for about 90 minutes. And then in a healthy person, there should be this switching over of the nostrils. And the left nostril is more to do with the parasympathetic nervous system. It's having more of a calming effect on the hormonal system. It's more sort of building, whereas the right nostril is more activating and more stimulating. And so again, it was spoken about originally in terms of this Ida and Pingala, these two nadis, these two energy systems. But now there's a lot of science which is actually showing the truth of this and the effects of breathing from one nostril to the other. And also this idea in a healthy individual that it would move, it would change, sort of about 90 minutes from one nostril to the other, and moving from the more calming, relaxing nostril to the more activating, stimulating nostril. And it's important that we have both. We need both to be sort of healthy, functioning human beings. So this was a long talk, and I just hope you get a bit of an idea about the depth of this exercise and the benefits of it. I'll now demonstrate, and it's a pranayama that you'll come across a lot when you go into the more full pranayama classes. So you would fold these first 2 fingers down, extending the other two. It's called Vishnu Mudra. And your other hand can either just rest on the lap, you can make Jhana Mudra, just whatever you feel like with that, but just so the shoulders are relaxed, hand relaxed. And then closing the eyes, closing the right nostril, inhaling through the left nostril, and inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Closing the left nostril, exhaling out the right for double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhaling through the right for 1, 2, 3, 4. Closing the right, exhaling out the left for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so fairly simple. And one of the main things that you may have noticed is that the exhalation is double the length of the inhalation. And with every pranayama, this is the case. And again, it comes back to the effect on the nervous system. When we're inhaling, it's more stimulating to the sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight part. When we're exhaling, it's more stimulating to the parasympathetic part of the nervous system, the calming part of the nervous system. And what we're trying to do is calm ourselves, calm our nervous system. And with today's society and the stress in modern life, super important. So the count that you use can be, it doesn't have to be 4 or 8. It could be 3, 6, 5, 10, 6, 12. You get the idea. It's just choosing a count that's comfortable for you, but always making sure that the exhalation is double the length of the inhalation. And that'll be the same in all of the pranayamas that we'll do. And I'll talk you through one round again. So you're folding down those first 2 fingers, forming Vishnu Mudra. And then just relaxing, maybe starting with an exhale, exhaling, closing the right nostril, making sure that the thumb actually goes on the nose bone, so you're making contact with the nose bone. Inhaling through the left nostril for 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, closing the left nostril, making sure the finger contacts the nose bone, and exhaling out the right nostril. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhaling through the right. 2, 3, 4. Closing the right, exhaling out the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And one more. Inhaling through the left. 2, 3, 4. Closing the left, exhaling out the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhaling through the right. 2, 3, 4. Closing the right, exhaling out the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is a technique that we'll use a lot in most of the pranayama classes. It's a really good foundation. Or it's a technique that you can easily do on your own, in your own time. And you can actually get an app on your phone, a metronome, that just gives you a count of a beat, 1 second, 1 second. Or if you have a clock where you can hear the ticking. But it's just important to try and make sure that the counting is equal and having the exhalation double the length of the inhalation. So either just doing this in your own time for yourself, or as I said, you'll certainly encounter it a lot in the pranayama classes that we also have here at Yoga Ticket. So thank you for watching this tutorial, and I'll hope to see you again.